Hello, and welcome to my first podcast. I'll be using this, among other multimedia outlets, to introduce the book I'm working on as it's in progress, titled Manifest M to the Fifth Power, which I'll be discussing various modalities of mind, music, mudras, mantras, and movement for manifesting intention into the physical world. You can find more at my website for the book, manifestm5.com, at my author's page, jacovapenn.com, and at my blog, where I'll be discussing my more personal views of the process at iamgoddessawakened.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen and allowing me to share my personal journey with you. Today, I'll be reading the introduction of my upcoming book, Manifest M to the Fifth Power. Introduction. Meditation has survived from ancient times to the present as a tool for personal well-being and growth. Through this work, I will show how directing consciousness through meditation and mindfulness has demonstrated proven results of improving the quality of life for those that engage in the practice. As stated by Dr. Masters, founder of the University of Metaphysics, whether a Buddha describes it as nirvana or a Christian mystic as God, all who have experienced this state of mind, regardless of their secular descriptions, agree that the experience offers one of essential impact upon human consciousness that creates the greatest advancement towards aware and healthy living, and that is one of universal oneness. By laying the foundation of an infinite intelligence, energy verse, Akashic field, God mind, or whatever the semantics that may personally be utilized by individuals, the ability to tap into the frequency of creation and manifest through meditation is available to us all. The Encyclopedia Britannica defines meditation as private devotion or mental exercise encompassing various techniques of concentration, contemplation, and abstraction, regarded as conducive to heightened self-awareness, spiritual enlightenment, and physical and mental health. The definition is followed by a historical summary of the practice as consistent among a multitude of religions, from the theological contemplation or prayer of Roman Catholicism, the yoga philosophies of Hindu, which branch off into Buddhism, Chan in China, and Zen in Japan, to the transcendental meditation popularized by the Beatles and imported from East to West. Methods of the practice vary, from vocalized mantras or prayer, use of mechanical devices like rosaries and prayer wheels, concentration on visual images like a lotus or a mandala, or other ritualized techniques to focus concentration. The use of meditation to alter the physical world as a means of improving quality of life will be demonstrated to lay the foundation for a framework that is available for all to use towards their will. Throughout this inquiry, a diversity of physical evidence and research is explored through the fields of psychology, physics, and epigenetics. The natural translation of an interpretation through metaphysics eventually emerges as an encompassing format to support the basis of this theory about meditation, as it is not bound as the other sciences may be to the physical world, and can intermingle among the other scientific fields, opposed to being constrained within just one. It is still important to note, however, that metaphysics is a science. Science is merely the systematic pursuit of defining observations of the physical and natural world through an empirical method, which leads to reproducible results. Wikipedia categorizes the science branches into a broad range of human interests, with philosophies, which includes metaphysics, and mathematics of formal science at the base. Philosophy is the basis of all science, as it is the area in which the formation of a hypothesis begins and can be investigated even further through the physical, life, social, and earth and space sciences. The observations gleaned from meditation over the millennia may vary in the details, but has encompassed similar observations of inner peace, astral realms, life after death, miracles, and manifestation. To discount these observations through a practice that has survived the time and space of human existence is to remain caged and limited in a physical world that is only a small piece and fraction of reality as a whole. Our human senses are limited in dissecting the realities in which we are immersed, considering, for example, that we are surrounded by, yet completely unaware of the electromagnetism of television, radio, and microwaves, gamma waves, X-rays, sound wave pitches such as what some animals can detect from a dog whistle, or sonar used by bats and whales, ultraviolet rays, infrared light, and perhaps a whole slew of unknowns that exist beyond our sensory perceptions that may have yet to be discovered. Science has evolved from an understanding confined in matter and space to one that is increasingly based on energy and information. Emerging from the progressive inquiries that include our inner conscious energy has sprouted an explanation that follows the Big Bang Theory as the underlying origin of order and connectivity, in which all that exists is entangled in continuous energies of vibrating strings within a force in which all information exists. Rather than conceding that our universe is the only one, a view of more cyclic cycles within a mother multiverse or metaverse prevails as organizer of the quanta in a cosmic dance towards greater and greater complexity. As deciphered from ancient texts, the mass of any star, planet, universe, multiverse is secondary to the sea of cosmic energy that is radiant through all that is over infinite time and space. This energy is constantly engaged in a cyclical dance from formless to condensed, back to the Akashic field and beginning anew. From this primordial source emerges a holographic and fractal multiverse continuously creating multiple universes, which through the waves carried in the quantum vacuum, new universal creations are informed by the previous. Contemporary interpretations of quantum physics, such as the zero-point field from quantum field theories, are strikingly similar to ancient Hindu Sanskrit texts describing the Akashic field. Also, in new understandings of the quanta, multiple dimensions of at least 10 or 11 are needed to support the most complex and provable mathematic physics equations of today, with some quantum theories proclaiming that anything that can possibly be imagined by any conscious being exists in some parallel reality in another dimension outside of the one we share a collective consciousness of. Therefore, if everything exists in some form, in some parallel, could there be a methodology for manifesting any conscious energy into physical form? Through an inquiry of multiple scientific fields and empirical-based research, a comprehensive modern painting of ancient philosophies emerges as one that is, and always has been, accessible for all to utilize for self-advancement as well as the advancement for all of humanity through the practice of meditation and mindfulness. And so it is with a short and sweet beginning. This concludes my first podcast of this upcoming series for my book in progress, Manifest M5, or M to the 5th power. By subscribing today, you can keep up with each episode as it is released, which I hope you will enjoy and see for yourself by applying the philosophies that I'll discuss to manifest all of your greatest wishes and intentions into the physical world. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a fulfilling day that inspires your greatest potentials.